When it comes to helping those who are heartbroken, those who are grieving, those who are suffering, I like to remember the example of Job's three friends. Not the three friends as they began to speak to Job, because things went downhill quickly then, but at the very beginning of their time with Job. At the end of Job 2, we're told that when they came to see him, they saw him from a distance, but they didn't really recognize him. Job had been so transformed. He had lost everything. His body was covered with sores, and so when they saw him, they wept and they tore their own garments. They covered themselves with dirt. They became like Job as much as possible, and they sat down with him for 7 days and 7 nights, and none of them spoke. They were simply there with him, for him, truly as his friends. Now, later, when they began to accuse Job, of course, they became miserable comforters. But keep in mind that at first they did well, just being there with him and for him. And sometimes that's the best thing that we can do for those who are suffering. And I'm not saying that you can't speak words of comfort and consolation. Of course we can. But sometimes just being there, being present, being compassionate, letting those know who are heartbroken that they're not alone, that goes a long way. Sometimes called the ministry of presence. It's just being there as demonstrating your love and concern for those who are grieving and those who are suffering.